Okay, now this cone is never going to get made.
Well, we've already made part one of it, which because it's just a static item that's been uploaded. And last week, kidlies that were watching last week, let me open another instance of Blender, which we can do with Blender. Well, hey, I don't think you can do that with Max.
Thunderbird says, how far away from the item should the move node be? Sometimes they seem to be very far away.
Aha, yes, because what's happened there, oh no, you're jumping ahead. Uh, Let me see, is that the right one? I think there is another version. So this is in Avatar. Let me just double check. No, so pose. That's what we did last week. So we made the basic code, and this is how, not simple, because obviously if you've never used Blender or any 3D application before, it's obviously not going to be simple, but it's relatively straightforward in terms of creating your objects from simple shapes. You don't need to do anything complicated necessarily, unless you're trying to prove something. But it can be a simple cone, as we've just done, simple cone and cube shape, and we've got our rocket cone. I won't add the handlebars because those are a bit fiddly to do, but those are similar. You just add a cone, change the shape of the cone, and then do a little bit of editing, which is, so on the handle, what you can do here is, so if you imagine this bit that's selected, if that was just the cube that we added earlier, and that was just the cube on its own, and you've squished it so that you get a really long shape, what you can then do is extrude the top just a slight amount, which will give you the, hang on, which will give you these bits. So if you ignore the stuff that's going off the screen to the left at the moment, so that'll give you this little section, and from that little section you can select the edge faces, and then you can do another extrusion, well, to the right as on screen. So you're basically pulling these faces that are selected now out and away from the original extrusion that you made. And it's just as simple as, I'll do it with the top bit actually. So you've got your top face selected, which would be attached to this bit at the bottom. So ignore this. So let's hide this just for the sake of. So I'll hide that, pretend it doesn't exist, and drop that back down. Oh no, it won't do it that way. Oh well. But so if you imagine that this selected face is still joined to this bottom bit. So what you would do, select the top face, extrude a little way up, so you get this section, and then with this section you can select two of the sides that you want the handlebar to come from, or the grip, and then just extrude those out, and it'll just a bit of adjustment and you can change your shape. You don't have to, you can leave it like that if you want, just because it means you've got something done. But again, if you're just starting out, there's no need to get caught up in all the details of doing all the heavy editing and correcting shapes and stuff, because that's all you need, because that is essentially all that is, and it's a workable product. So you don't need to do anything specifically complicated or fancy, or know the program Blender or 3D Studio Max or whatever inside and out. What octopus? I I shouldn't glance over what at chat whilst I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're gonna find out what your Christmas present is. Don't read the chat.
Right, so
Or,
once you've got...
or what we think you're wearing right now. Like maybe you don't want to know.
No, okay, I'm not going to look. Right, so undo all of that. And I can unhide that. So yeah, simple shapes, simple editing, and you've got your rocket cube. So once you've got your rocket cube, or your rocket cone, I should say, it's going to move... Oh no, actually what I'll do is just hide that. So that's the H key. So once you've got your bits... Oh, that happens because... So the objects aren't moving together as a group. And that happens because we're in what's called local orientation. Way. And what that means is that the objects are moving relative to their individual orientation. So if you note the widget, the orientation of the arrows, so the blue handle is pointing forwards for the cone, but it's pointing up for the cube, or what was the cube. So when you select multiple objects in local mode and try and move things, they'll move all over the place. So if you're moving a group of objects and the objects are all pointing in, well, they're not pointing in different directions, but they've been made so their orientations differ. Make sure to switch to global orientation. So that's your transform orientation, which is at the bottom. So this, I wonder if I can... Are we in Zoom? We're in Zoom, aren't we? Yes. Well, hey, so we can do, or I can do...
Annotations.
Yes,
Ooh,
if...
fancy.
I think... Do I have to be sharing my screen? I have to be sharing my screen, don't I?
Oh, good point.
Well, let me just temporarily share it to you.
Okay, I shall just ignore that.
Yeah, so if you ignore that. So these are the annotation tools and all the stuff that everybody can see now on screen. So annotation, so I can click on that button. We get lots of little options, which are these things. And then we can draw on screen. So when you're editing your mesh, well, hey, you can draw on screen. Fantastic. Let me clear that. So when you're making something, essentially this section here is going to be your main buttons, all the stuff that generally is to do with whatever it is that you're doing on screen. So to change and switch edit mode, it's that one. If I can change color, can I change color? Yes. So that's that one. Awesome.
Oh, now I want to play with it.
Well, you have to share screen, so you'll have to wait.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, no. Actually, so if this were a one-to-one tutorial or a tutorial with another person, so I've just said something and you don't know what that something is or where it is. So yes, you would share screen and you would have access to the annotation and you would say, well, what's this? And you could draw an arrow on screen and that's pointing to the widgets. And then I could answer you, well, that is the widgets, and you click those and it does this, that, or the other. Or if you were wanted clarification on something, you could obviously draw an arrow or highlight an object or area on screen, and I would be able to see what it is that you're doing.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it also means oh no.
Thank you for the lesson on how I can
Dag nabbit.
Let's see.
And you can even save the layout.
Oh no, where did it go? Did you see I was typing text and then it just
Oh, did it?
disappeared.
No, I didn't see anything.
How do I do that? How do I make it stay? Stay text. That's a
Does
really
it
big box.
clear out when you...
I just don't know, like, if I just hit enter, it's going to make a new line. And then
You should be able to just click again somewhere else.
and then it just disappears.
Oh. You can try writing on screen.
That's true. I just thought it might be more legible if
But using a mouse, that's, you know...
yeah, I'll have to come back again with a drawing tablet.
Yes. Oh, no. Seriously? Because... Right? No, you laugh, but... Oh, hang on. I have to close annotations, otherwise I can't do this.
Wait, does that mean I can't do it? Wait, what does that
Can you
mean?
still do it?
Probably. I don't know what it doesn't want me to do anything but draw, it seems like.
I'm not seeing anything on screen.
It keeps making a box. I don't know.
Oh, there's so if you annotate and then you've got mouse, select, text, draw, spotlight, erase. Do you have all of the...
Yeah.
So if you move the mouse over draw, you should have wavy lines and arrows and all sorts of things.
Yeah, but
Should I
then
be telling you this? Because...
I don't know why it wasn't working.
Oh, there we go.
Now it is, though. I don't know what was going on.
Awesome.
Here we go.
No, seriously, because... let me just close my tools.
Oh, this is kind of translucent, so I could just draw all over whatever you're doing, and
Yeah,
you can just keep going.
but hang on, let me just so if I bring the... Whoops, that's the wrong one. So if I unhide, see, of course that leaves all the text on screen whilst we've been vandalized. Call the council and have them clean it all up. No, because so if I switch to... So I'm...
Wow.
No, wait. Let me just... you laugh, but I wonder if you could paint a texture.
Oh.
I mean, obviously it's slightly translucent, as you said, but I wonder... So I've just done a really basic... pardon me. I've just done a really basic texture here. So the entire object... Let me just go into UV map so we can see the UV map. So that's a really, really simple UV map for this. I haven't done anything particularly complicated except to unwrap the cone properly so that the stripes appear stripy. But it was... Oh no! Oh no, it's not
What did
working. It's not working. So that's fine.
well, you
But
could now you take a screenshot of it
yeah,
and you
yeah. So
I don't know if it really improves your texture though.
well,
Maybe.
yeah, pickles. I say pickles. No, but you could do that. So that's the image of the texture that's assigned to the object. So, I mean, I think there is something that does allow you to change the translucency. Is it format and color? So you've got line width. I could have sworn I saw something about that.
The annotation tools, even if I don't have your sharing screen open, still show up.
They do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so you have to either save it or clear it. So in the annotations toolbar, hang on. So for those watching on screen, the annotations toolbar is this is we're using Zoom, by the way, just for those that are interested in using this. And one-to-one, it allows you to annotate videos so that you can show people what you're doing or highlight areas of the screen, as we've kind of just sort of scribbled all over everything. But once you've done something, in order to continue, you have to clear it, or you can save it.
I don't know what I was trying to make a double face, and now I don't remember what that looks like.
But theoretically, yes. So if you were creators collaborating,
Why did that in
that
the
looks
heart?
like a cat.
Like the eyes, literally, like I feel like the program went, oh, I think you're trying to make a heart, and it like changed them.
Oh,
I could be imagining that, but
might
I'm
be
pretty sure.
imagining that. So this, yeah. So if you have a pen tablet, so that would be quite interesting to see how. Whoops. So oh yeah, and of course once you've got annotation enabled, you have to disable it by getting rid of the panel in order to continue what you were doing. So this will be a fun video to watch back with all this scribble all over the screen.
How do you? I don't get how you get rid of it. Oh, I
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. In the
Oh, I filled it.
annotations, you just clear all drawings, and whoop, everything's gone now.
Okay, so, and I can only clear mine, and you can only clear yours.
Well, I can clear the entire thing, I think, because I'm the uh, broadcaster, I guess.
But you can, because I cleared mine.
But did mine stay on screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got control over the entire screen, I guess, then. And let's just test it again.
Oh, here. Okay, I'll draw something and see if you can erase mine.
It's a wormhole.
I wish I had the drawing tablet. Like this is really hard.
Yeah, it is with the mouse, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Polly. It's probably going to be from Twitch to you. So it's going to be buffering quite heavily, I guess. But otherwise, it's
Fiona seems to be having the most trouble.
who?
Fiona,
Oh, is she? Oh,
is she,
dagnabbit.
what?
Well, no, Fiona's been here for the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh yeah, yeah. She said she came to be a mermaid.
Yeah, yeah, we saw her mermaid.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. It was
I missed
a
all
sing
the mermaids.
cyclops maid, cyclomaid.
Oh wait, is she's the one who had the pearl head, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love that head. That was, I mean, I guess it was an eyeball, but it looked like a pearl because it was, I mean, I really liked that one. Yeah. So I did get to see it. It just was several days ago or last week
Yes,
or
because she
something
put it
like
in
that.
her. Didn't she place? She did a screenshot in her thingy feed. Her
Yeah,
what's?
it was in her feed,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Right. So I'm going to clear this, clear all drawing, and voila, it's all gone. So whoever starts the meeting has ultimate control. Muhaha over the.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Well, that's no fun for me. For me. I'll be like, oh my God, my masterpiece is gone. I have a book that is supposed to teach you how to graffiti, which I think is really funny, but maybe I'll have to study up on that. I'm gonna like tag everything you do.
Well, it is kind of an art form in the sense that you've got the peculiarities of using spray paint and whatever it is that they use for that.
Yeah. Wait, do
So,
they use something besides spray paint? I've
uh,
got to read that book, I guess.
yeah, no, I mean, if you think, I don't know what Banksy uses. I think he actually uses paint, does he? I don't know.
Oh. Like a with a brush.
Yes, because it, if you're because you can use stencils. You can cut out stencils of whatever it is that you're going to do, which is what he does. He uses a stencil, which is how he does what he does. But I don't know if he actually paints, does a roller paint or whatever it is, or spray can.
It would be nice if annotations allowed you to use a stencil.
Uh, you probably could actually. I wonder if you could. Drawing
Well,
spotlight eraser.
they have arrows. Wait, arrow. How does it?
It even gives you the name who put it there. There's no mistaking who put that there.
It, but it. I think it cut my name off though. Like that's not even my whole. That's weird.
It's a
And now it won't.
tiny arrow.
It doesn't even go away. Oh, there it goes.
That's funny.
I thought I'd be able to, but they have shape arrows, so I guess that's what I really wanted here, like that.
There you go. That's a pointy arrow pointing somewhere to the nose. Yeah.
And this is today's lesson on how to use Zoom.
No, seriously, it is actually quite useful to learn how to use these programs because, if you do ask someone for help and they are willing to help you, then you can log into. I don't think it's just Zoom that does this, but if it's a one-to-one, then yes, you've got all these little features that you can use to help you learn something.